What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Footy Fetish podcast with myself, Alfie, and Ollie.
Yo.
Just us two today.
Yes. Morning stream.
Coming at you on a Saturday morning because midweek was a bit crazy. So, yeah, little Saturday morning stream for you. Don't know, it'll probably be about an hour, I imagine. As usual. But, yeah, we've got the football today. What is going on today, football-wise?
West Ham Newcastle early kickoff.
West Ham Newcastle the early kickoff. Yeah, that should be a pretty good game actually. To be fair, West Ham Newcastle. I don't know. I know Trippier's out, isn't he? He's broken his metatarsal.
Oof. He's been their talisman at the moment.
He's been their only good thing about them for the last couple of weeks.
He's scoring all their goals.
Literally, that's the mad thing about Newcastle. They've been on good form, right? But if you take away Trippier's free kicks, they wouldn't have won, right?
Don't think so. No.
Yeah, they won 1-0 against Villa, so they would have drawn 0-0 without his free kick. And they won... Oh, I guess they would have been Everton. It was 3-1. Yeah. 2-1. But yeah, so I don't know. That's going to be a big loss for them today. I personally can't see them beating West Ham at the London Stadium, whatever it is. It's London Stadium. Yeah, it should be interesting though. Jared Bowen on an absolute tear. Still.
He's doing bits at the moment, isn't he?
He's unreal, bro. Him and Sterling have got to be the two starting wingers in the World Cup for us right now.
Yeah, I'd say so. Not a chance that Sancho's starting.
No, I think if he plays well between now and the end of the season and then starts next season well, I think he'll go.
Yeah.
But I don't think he'll start. He's playing much better at the moment than he was.
He's got a couple of goals in the last few games.
No idea how the fuck Man United are fourth.
Yeah, well, I think we've got 3 games in hand. Wolves have got 2 games in hand. Tottenham have got 3 games in hand. So
really
that's probably why.
Yeah, United are doing pretty well. To be fair, they're unbeaten in their last 5, but the football's been so terrible. It will be interesting. They got a big win against Brighton, which was nice on the weekend during midweek, 2-0, which is always nice to see. Dan Burn got a pretty contentious red card. Did you see it?
I did not. I thought it was Lewis Dunk that got a red card.
Lewis Dunk, sorry. Yeah. Lewis Dunk. Dan Burn now in Newcastle, isn't he?
Yeah.
Lewis Dunk, yeah. I mean, it was one of those situations where he sort of messed up. So Elanga got the possession and kicked it on, and then he sort of took him down. But he was sort of last man. But there was I think it was Webster could definitely potentially got across, but who would it do you know, it was one of those ones where if he had stayed up on his feet, would he have got across in time for him to take a shot, to get in for a block shot? Probably not.
Yeah.
But he wasn't technically last man because Webster was there, so it was a pretty contentious one. But I mean, I'll always take Brighton losing, so I don't really give a shit. But then, yeah, Ronaldo scored a fucking great goal.
Yeah.
Put it back in, and Bruno Fernandes scored a goal. He should have had 2, which was annoying, which would have fucking won me the fantasy game against Mark, which I've lost three L's in a row, now drawing top.
Oh god, yeah.
9 points clear.
Unfortunately, I didn't help you with that. I lost to Harry.
Yeah, that would have been nice, but it's fine. I got Jacob this weekend.
I've got average.
Oh,
we haven't actually done an update on the fantasy league in a little while.
No, we will. We will do one. We will do one for sure. But yeah, West Ham. They've been on decent form. Obviously, how did they get on last week?
They drew 2-2.
Drew 2-2 with Leicester. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they got quite lucky really with that Greg Dawson 91st minute equaliser. But I don't know. Going away at Leicester and getting a draw is pretty good, to be fair to them. Jared Bowen again, just unreal.
Yeah.
Playing the best football of his career, obviously at the moment, and just play it unreal. I just don't see how he doesn't start for England, but I'm sure there will be some way that he doesn't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll be these friendlies that are happening in March that really sort of test obviously what the squad that Gareth's currently thinking about.
Yeah, it's got to be quite a big change up from the Euros, I think, or not.
Yeah,
too massive a change, but just some additions and some Tyrone Mings cannot be in that team.
No, he can't go.
Obviously, no Chilwell, no Reece James, no
Richards may go because he's 50% chance of being able to play at the moment,
true.
So he might be all right by the time that comes around, because it's like back end of March, so it's just over a month away, so he might be all right. But Tyrone Mings cannot go. That's a travesty if he does.
None of neither Consart or Mings can go. They've been honestly awful. Like, and if I'll be honest, if either of those two get in over the likes of Gay and Ben White, I will be fucking fuming, because they deserve it way more than fucking
for sure.
Those boys do.
So probably Gay, Ben White, Maguire, and Stones are probably the top 4 that I would take at the moment.
Tomori.
Yeah.
Always forget about Tomori because he's at Milan. But, but yeah, I think Tomori will Tomori deserves one, but he just doesn't seem to fancy him at all.
Yeah.
But Milan are top of the Serie A, so who knows? But yeah, it should be an interesting game. I think West Ham will win that one. I just can't see them faltering that hard to Newcastle, which will put them above Man United before Man United then go play. They're away at Leeds, which you should think Man United will get a win there, but you just never know. I reluctantly bought Pogba into my fantasy league because I saw him there and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't. I was like, oh, I thought someone might have snapped him up, because he's actually been, when he's played this season, he's been bloody good.
Yeah, but I'm just not a fan of Paul Pogba anymore.
Yeah,
I mean, at times he's just.
I love watching him play, but he's just so hot and cold.
Yeah, exactly. And the amount that one minute he claims he loves United, the next minute he doesn't want anything to do with them, but then he still gets into the team and stuff. It's just confusing to me, really. But
I see, he's playing like a man that knows there's got like no pressure on him.
Kind of reminds me of the
I guess, because he's gonna
Bale at Real Madrid. He just doesn't give a shit.
Oh yeah.
Play me if you want to play me. If not, I'll go play golf.
He just doesn't give a shit, which I kind of rate.
Yeah.
But just trying to have a look here with where's that player stat? Why can't I just fucking get Paul Pogba's player stats for the season? So I know obviously like he's still got the most assists for. Yeah, so in the 12 matches he's played for Man United in the Premier League this season, he's got 1 goal and 8 assists.
Damn.
Which is wicked. Obviously, I think he got first 7 assists at the beginning of the season.
Yeah. Before
he got injured, but it's not horrendous. Like obviously in 12 matches to have 9 goals and assists, it's pretty sick, to be fair.
Yeah, it's good. It's, as I say, it's just over half the matches that have been played at the moment. What are we on, game week 25, 26 now, I think? So.
This is game week 26.
Yeah, so it's just over, or just under half of the games that have been played, and he's obviously scored or assisted in most of them. So that's not bad at all, really. It's just like you say, with the inconsistency, the hot and cold, and then the injury, I just don't think that's really helped him.
Oh no, definitely not. And then they're like, I think that I just can't see him staying at United. You know what I mean? Like I don't see why he would. Now. Like there's every possibility that Real Madrid this summer could end up with like Mbappe, Haaland, and Pogba as 3 players.
There's now all these rumours that the Mbappe to Madrid is now going down the toilet.
Oh really?
Yeah, apparently so. Due to after the PSG Madrid game the other day, apparently there's been a lot of controversy after it. I don't really know too much about it, but guess who are in the hot seat now? Liverpool. Simon. So Mystic Mark.
Fan pages are going mad.
Mystic Mark instead of Mystic Meg. He's telling us the truth at the moment, but no, who knows?
It was a bagger. Did you watch any of the Champions League this week?
No, I didn't see any of it. I've seen like sort of short videos and stuff, but I didn't watch any of the games.
Yeah, Real Madrid looked like they were managed by Hodgson. They set up defensively for the whole game. Didn't have a shot on target the entire game. Just set up defensively, set up for a 0-0 draw. It was pretty embarrassing considering they're fucking Real Madrid.
Yeah, apparently Perez now wants
Ancelotti out.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy. I don't know who else they bring in. Like maybe maybe an Eric Ten Hag. Like to be fair, they could have a pick of any managers that they want. Real Madrid, they'll still get them.
Take Poch. Save United from Poch.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see Poch, although I know they want Zidane, but I don't know. You could see Poch staying another year at PSG for sure.
Yeah.
I think if he wins the Champions League, which I don't think they will, like I still think the likes of City, and I just don't see. There's no team that apart from maybe Bayern Munich, but even they drew with Salzburg, that I just don't think are close to the English teams at the moment.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
Liverpool went to the San Siro and just absolutely breezed it. They did. Inter gave them no fucking problems throughout the whole game. And that Luis Diaz guy, man, he's settled in so quickly already.
Yeah.
Liverpool, like he's looking fantastic already. Harvey Elliott's been playing fantastic since he's come back into the team.
Yeah. Made his first European
Jota
start the other day.
Yeah, Jota is arguably. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm firmly in the belief that Jota is already he's already having a better season or as good of a season as Mane has ever had for Liverpool.
Yeah, I agree.
And he's quite a bit younger. I think with Luis Diaz coming in now, they can definitely do what they want in terms of selling on Mane if an offer comes in. I don't think they should be too worried about that.
Yeah, I think they probably should, to be fair.
Or Firmino, whichever way it goes.
I
see Firmino staying as like a bench role.
I reckon Firmino's going to turn into the new Origi.
Yeah, it's not a bad shout, to be fair.
Get rid of Origi and demote Firmino as
Firmino.
That's what Mark used to say, that Firmino. Firmino as the new Origi. That would be a good move for him. Well, maybe not for him.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I think I know that there's potential. I think Milner might be gone. I know Palace are interested in bringing in Milner, which is so random, but I'm here for it. They could use the experience and the versatility of Milner.
Yeah.
I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it.
Milner come in, take the captain's armband off Milivojevic.
Yeah, I don't know. I think next season Gay will take the captaincy. Nice. Vieira's already sort of hinting at it throughout the season already. So yeah, and he's under 21s or under 23s England captain. I can't remember whichever one of those. I think maybe under 23s England captain. So I think definitely future Palace captain, but who knows? Right, let's get on to your boys. Arsenal Brentford, Ollie. Obviously you guys didn't play last weekend.
No. The game with Chelsea.
Game. But did we get to talk about your Wolves game?
Yeah, I believe we did. Yeah. No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
We didn't talk about it. It was the Liverpool Wolves game were the games that are being played that night.
Yes,
we
it
didn't
was.
actually speak about them. Yes.
Pretty crazy game in the end. A game that it was weird. Like you took your child, Gabriel got the goal. There was a bit of contention about the goal in terms of the foul on Sarr, but I don't think it was anything really. I think it should have been a goal and it stood as a goal. That's fair enough. But then obviously the big talking point was the Martinelli red card. And I haven't actually spoken to you about this. I don't think properly. But what was before I tell you what I thought about it? Let's get your view on the red card.
I think it was very stupid decision to make. I think it's a bit of an anomaly as well. Excuse me. It's a bit of an anomaly as well, just because of you don't ever see that sort of situation happen. Getting 2 red cards in the space of a second. It's just strange to see that. So I think a lot of people were like, "Can you do that? Are you allowed to do that?" But I think both fouls were yellow card worthy. So I don't see why you shouldn't be allowed to obviously get a red card for that. But I think it's just frustration. Again, going back to that lack of discipline that we've got in the Arsenal team. I did see a stat the other day actually though that we have like 20 less fouls than 20 more fouls than Burnley have since 2019, and they've had like 13 less red cards than we have. So it's like showing a bit of an inconsistency, but obviously a foul can be something as simple as a small little nudge, or it can be 2 foot in someone. So it's a foul is a bit of an open term really. There's a lot of sort of interpretation there, but I think again it just shows lack of discipline. Young player getting frustrated, which I don't really think he needed to get that frustrated really.
No, I mean you're winning the game. Right?
Yeah, we're winning. We still had 20 odd minutes left, so I believe it was just a stupid decision. You don't normally see that from Martinelli, to be honest. It's a bit of a different one for him, but Yeah, we just need to sort out this lack of discipline that we've got at the moment, because we've had the most red cards in for the Premier League since 2019 or something, like 15 since 2019, which is
15 red cards.
Oh no, it's nuts.
That's nuts.
I'd say probably at least 3 or 4 of them have been Xhaka.
Oh yeah,
But
100%.
yeah,
You can always rely on. He's probably worth about 20 to 25% of the red cards on the Arsenal
easily
team, if not more.
Yeah, I'm happy with the result. We got the 3 points at the end, so that's what matters, really.
Ramsdale kept you in this game.
Yeah, he really did.
He was fantastic.
Yeah, he's actually the most on-form keeper in the Premier League at the moment.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me. It should be England. I should imagine he'll start for England.
I'd like to see him too. But yeah, I don't see how they could really justify putting Pickford ahead of Ramsdale based on Premier League form.
100%.
But obviously, I know Pickford is a different kind of player when he plays for England. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure. He's either first or second pick, I think, in that England team. But yeah, as I say, happy with the result. Glad we got the 3 points, and hopefully we'll sort this lack of discipline out, really.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I thought, from my opinion, I thought it was amazing refereeing. I thought it was brave, but it was really good refereeing. Like, it was 100%, like, people getting on the ref, but it was like, Martinelli knows what he's doing in both those situations. He knows that you can't push someone as they're taking a throw-in. You're going to get booked for that. And then you can't push someone when they're on the break going down your goal. You're going to get another yellow. Like,
he's probably thinking
so stupid.
He's probably thinking, I've not got a yellow for the first incident, so I'll only take a yellow for this second one. But no, he got a yellow for both. So
yeah, it was so stupid. Like again, like you said, it comes to lack of discipline. And another one, I thought we were saying in the group chat, like just before Martinelli got his red, we were saying, looks like I've got a sneaky suspicion Gabriel might be coming on a red here, because he was flying into challenges and looked like he was losing his head a bit. So yeah, I mean, they do need to. I don't know what it is with this. You're trying to play physical, and I like that, but it's also you got to play smart. Yeah,
definitely. I think it's what we have sort of for having such a young team. Obviously, you're just going to get a couple of hotheads in the team that are just going to obviously throw into sort of rash challenges and stuff like that, which isn't the right way to go about it, really. Hopefully, over the next little while, and if over the summer, if maybe you can bring some more experience into the team, that will definitely help, and sort of be able to maybe coach and teach the players that it's not all about jumping into these challenges just to stop the play or slow down the players or whatever. It's thinking tactically and thinking smart about it. But speaking of Gabriel, and kind of going back to the captain conversation that we had about Palace, I think Gabriel's in with a big chance of being Arsenal captain for next season, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
He's been really good in centre back at the moment.
Who is it now when it's not Xhaka?
Lacazette, I think.
Oh, okay, Lacazette. Yeah.
I think Lacazette is the captain at the moment. I don't think Xhaka is. But yeah, because obviously when Jack got his captaincy stripped or whatever.
Oh yeah, of course he did. Yeah.
Because it was Aubameyang before he left.
Oh yeah, but a man like Aubameyang. But yeah, it should be. I mean, it'll be interesting. Arsenal obviously sitting sixth now. 22
games in hand.
You're 39 points. You've got a few games in. Yeah, a couple. Well, you got about 3 games in hand over West Ham and United, and 2 games in hand over Chelsea, and then I guess the other one to get to 25 is Arsenal Chelsea.
Yeah.
So hello Jill. So I don't know, if you got your 2 games in hand, or your 3 games in hand over West Ham and United and Chelsea, and you beat Chelsea, man, you're right there for third.
Yeah, I think we've definitely got the opportunity to really sort of push for this top 4, and potentially even more than top 4, really.
I think this top 4 battle is going to be very interesting come the end of the season. Yeah,
it's kind of crazy how Chelsea have slipped and are now falling into this battle at the top 4, because we're only 8 points off them at the moment.
Yeah.
But say if we win, we've got 2 games in hand over them. It's very well. One of the games in hand is against Chelsea, so that'll be a big game, I think. I don't think realistically we'll win it. To be fair, I still think they're a much better team than we are. But Yeah, it's really hotting up. From 3rd to 8th at the moment is basically pretty much where the top 4 challenge is. To be fair, even Brighton aren't that far off Tottenham at the moment. Only 3 points off. So, but I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm not going to include Brighton in.
No. They can't win for love nor money.
No.
But yeah, no. I don't know. I think you guys are definitely there. I think it's just it's just going to be such a mad running because I'd include like Tottenham, Wolves, United, Tottenham, Wolves, Arsenal, West Ham, and United are all pushing for that last top 4 position, which is crazy.
I think the things that's going to work in our favour at the moment is the fact that we don't have anything else to focus on apart from the Premier League now.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
We're not in FA Cup, we're not in Carabao Cup, we don't have any European football. Literally, our whole focus is just the Premier League. So, obviously, Chelsea have still got the Champions League. Are they still in the FA Cup? I believe they are.
Chelsea are, yeah.
Yeah, and they're in the Carabao Cup as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they're in the final. Is it Chelsea-Liverpool?
Chelsea-Liverpool for the final, yeah. So, yeah, they've still got a number of other things to focus on at the moment. So, hopefully that can work in our favour.
United are still in the Champions League. West Ham and United are still in the Champions League and the
FA Cup, I think.
FA Cup. West Ham are still in the FA Cup
And Europa League.
Wolves aren't in the FA Cup, I don't think. I think Wolves, the only thing they've got to play for is the Prem as well.
I think so, yeah.
And Tottenham are in the FA Cup still as well.
Yeah. But they're in a bad run of form the last few games.
They are
3 losses in a row.
Oh man, we'll get onto it, but fuck, I was at the Tottenham Wolves game. Oh
you
God,
were, weren't you? Yeah.
It was so bad. Tottenham were honestly, it's the worst. It was awful. How bad Wolves weren't even that good, but they didn't need to be. And hearing the Tottenham fans around, they were so fuming, bruv. It was fucking hilarious. But yeah, what do you think for you guys this week? I think you guys will beat Brentford. Brentford are on a pretty bad run of form. We should have beaten Brentford on the weekend. With the fact that we only took 2 points away from Norwich and Brentford games was pretty bad when we deserved the wins in both, and we could have won both. It was pretty bad. We had a late penalty shout, which wasn't given. Which I think any other player apart from Zaha gets that fucking call. But it's Zaha, and he just doesn't get the fucking calls. It's ridiculous. I don't know what these refs are about. The reffing, I don't know if I've read an article in the Athletic. Let me try and find it. It was about the Premier League are looking at to overhaul the refs.
Oh, bad.
They're looking to overhaul, get a load of new referees in and stuff like that. I'm trying to find it, but. No, I can't right now. I can't find it, but I'll find it and I'll send it to you. But they're looking at getting a load of new referees in and sort of overhauling the training and stuff for referees because it's been so bad, so inconsistent. I don't like the whole interpretation thing because it does leave it down to some referees will give stuff, some referees won't, and I don't like that. You need to be consistent in calls and rules and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just doesn't happen. And there's some referees like was it Kevin Friend?
Yeah.
Kevin Friend.
Craig Pawson.
Yeah, those two. They're two that off the top of my head that should never fucking referee again. They're disgusting. They are disgusting.
Yeah.
Let me have a look. Because there's been 2 times this season where a Premier League referee has refereed a Palace game, given an awful decision, and then been dropped for the next week.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. Kevin Friend was one. Craig Pawson was the other. And I think it was Darren England. I think Darren England was the third, that they were all dropped for their consecutive games, so they weren't allowed to ref. I think Michael Oliver is the best referee we have in the league at the moment.
Yeah, I think he is, to be fair.
I'm not saying too much, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't mind Anthony Taylor. He can be a bit hot and cold, though.
Yeah. Mike Dean's all right, but he's a bit dramatic.
I don't like Mike Dean because he does genuinely try and make the whole fucking thing about him.
Yeah, he does. He's very dramatic.
He tries to have a moment in a game, and it's like, okay.
Yeah. What's his name? Mark Clattenburg?
Yeah, Mark. He doesn't. Does he still?
I'm pretty sure he does. I can't remember, to be fair.
I can't remember. Darren England. I hate Darren England, man. He's such a shit referee.
Yeah.
Lee Mason's pretty terrible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I hate a lot of the referees in this league right now. They're fucking terrible. But what are we gonna do, man?
Yeah, very true, very true. But with the Arsenal Brentford game, I think it's going to be very different. Obviously, we played them at the first game of the season. Obviously, very new team, very young team that we've had. Obviously, still young now, but obviously now over halfway through the season. We've developed a lot more since then. We're playing a lot better. They're not playing as good, and we're at the Emirates now. I think it all basically just is in our favour now. So yeah, I think we should be fine.
Yeah, I think they are on the worst form of any Premier League team.
Yeah. There's a 63% win probability for Arsenal at the moment, 22% draw, 15% Brentford win. So, yeah, I think we should get a comfortable win here. But
yeah, we have a 17% chance of beating Chelsea this weekend, but I wouldn't put it past us. It's a game we're not supposed to win, and it's something that we could definitely do.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to beat City.
Yeah, but yeah, so I think you guys will win. I hope you guys do, because it keeps Brentford below us, and we need the teams below us to lose as much as possible.
I've just looked at the City Tottenham thing. 10% Tottenham win probability.
Oh mate, it's not surprising. We might as well talk about it, because like fucking hell, yeah. At that Wolves Tottenham game, it was so bad. It was so bad. They scored 6 minutes in with one of the scrappiest goals I've ever seen in my life. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, Hugo Lloris is such a fucking bad goalkeeper now. And like I was talking to some Tottenham fans, they were like, no, it's not Lloris's fault. It's not Lloris's fault. I was like, what do you mean it's not Lloris's fault? Like distribution and shit like that. Of course, it's fucking Lloris's fault. Like,
who else's fault was it going to be?
He's so past it. I was like, and the back line, I was like, Davison Sanchez is horrific. Romero was single-handedly just basically defending the whole game. Matt Doherty got taken off. It was Ryan Sessegnon got taken off on like. It was in the first 30 minutes. Ryan Sessegnon got taken off for Kulusevski, and then Kulusevski offered
injury,
nothing.
Or was it?
No, just poor. He was just shit.
Jesus.
Kulusevski added absolutely nothing. I think Bentancur's a good player. I think it's just hard when you're playing along someone like Harry Winks, who just cannot pass the ball forward at all. Lucas Moura was awful. Like he just has nothing about him at the moment. Son was he's shit out of form right now.
Yeah, sorry. 28 minutes that substitution happened for Sessegnon. Yeah. That's ridiculous.
Awful. But it was crazy. Like Neves just bossed the entire Tottenham midfield on his own. Just bossed them. And fucking what's his name? Podence was hilarious throughout the whole game. He was going down for everything and staying on the ground, and all the Tottenham fans around me were just fuck off, all this kind of shit. I was just like, oh mate, I was like, I'm absolutely creasing. And then they brought on I think it was with like 10 minutes left or like 11 minutes left, they brought on Emerson Royale.
Fucking hell.
It's like, what's going on here? What's the point of bringing on him? Like, but then you look at their bench, it's like, who else are they going to bring on? Their bench is Reguilon, you're not going to bring him on. Højbjerg, you're not going to bring him on when you're down. And then Emerson Royale, Kulusevski, who they already brought on. Galini, the goalkeeper. Bergwijn, who was already on. Harvey White and Dane Scarlett.
Who?
Yeah. I was like, who the fuck are you supposed to bring on in that situation? But yeah, Wolves didn't even need to get out of second gear. Their backline of Seiss, Cody and Kilman just bossed it all game. Yeah. Didn't really need to do anything. Semedo and Ait Nori just looked so comfortable they didn't have to do anything. Jimenez obviously got his goal. I will say Fabio Silva is one of the worst players I've ever seen play in the Premier League. He's honestly terrible. I didn't think he was very good when I saw him on the telly, but I saw him in person and I was like, oh god, he is actually really bad. He just offers really nothing going forward. But I don't know. I think we can cover two birds with one stone here. I think City are going to dominate Tottenham this weekend.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's like. I would take the over on 3 goals. Yeah. I definitely think they could score like 4, maybe even 5 goals. I think Wolves will beat Leicester this weekend. Leicester have shown a little bit more about them in terms of like the draw with West Ham, but they did get spanked 2-0 by Liverpool. I don't know, man. Like, there's something about, I don't know if it's the team or it's the manager. Like, I don't know if Brendan Rodgers has come to his like
the
end of doing anything for the team. But he just, I don't know.
He's hit a bit of a stalemate really with that team.
Yeah,
he can't really do much. Can't really do much more with them, but he can't really do that much worse.
It's like no Vardy has really screwed him.
Yeah, is he injured at the moment?
Must be because he's not on the bench. And then you look like Tielemans hasn't been. I know he scored, but he hasn't been good in the last few weeks. Harvey Barnes has been okay. Maddison's injured now, I think, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, James Maddison's picked up an injury. Daka's not really been on it. They can't seem to do anything when they don't have Ndidi in the midfield. Schmeichel has dropped so far off the pace. It's unbelievable. He's not a good goalkeeper anymore.
No, I think he used up the rest of his talent in the Euros.
In the Euros, yeah, 100%. He's not been good at all. James Justin is actually pretty decent, promising young player, to be fair to him.
Yeah, he was last season when before he got injured.
I think he's just coming off the back of Soyuncu's dropped so far off the pace as well in terms of like we were looking at him as like one of the best. Like I think wasn't last season, maybe the season before.
Yeah,
we were looking at him like, oh my god, what a player he is. One of the best centre backs in the league. It's just not the case anymore. But yeah, I don't know what the point of, like. Do you fire Brendan Rodgers or do you give him another season?
Who do you bring in? That's the thing. Who else are you going to really bring in for that sort of role? I can't really think of anyone off the top of my head.
Yeah, I literally have no idea. Maybe you look in the Championship for a promising young Championship manager, or you look abroad for who's the Napoli? I forgot. Yeah, Luciano Spalletti. Maybe you look at someone like that. He's pretty good. Or the Nice manager. What's his face? Yeah, Christopher Gaultier. Yeah, these are like names that aren't massive in the world of football, but they are like promising managers that are doing really good jobs at the teams that they're at. It's just, have they got enough about them to really push on it and do that? Like the Ten Hag's will never happen for like a Leicester. No. Like a Potter will never happen for Leicester. I think Potter may well end up at Man United, which would be huge for Man United, I think, and huge for Potter. Which will be great because then I can start liking Graham Potter, even though I already do, but it's like a closeted thing. But yeah, no, I think it'd be great for both parties, I think. But Man United just cannot go for Pochettino, man.
No,
makes zero sense. Makes zero sense. But I want to talk about Brighton. I suppose Burnley. This is an interesting one. I do think this has got draw written all over it, just from the stubbornness of Burnley and the lacking of goals in Brighton.
Yeah, definitely.
I kind of would like to see Burnley get a win.
Yeah. Do you know last podcast when we were saying that most of the week has draw written all over it?
Yeah.
3 games drew last weekend.
Yeah, I know. I even bet on draws for most of the games.
Did you? Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the thing, on face value, a lot of them just look like boring draws, but someone managed to get at least 1 goal.
Yeah, true. And Burnley did really well to keep Liverpool down to only 1 goal.
Yeah.
And they weren't crazy outplayed. Like, it was a bit of a weird one, but yeah, I don't know. I could see Burnley getting a win here, man. I might back Burnley for this win. I'm definitely not going to back Brighton. Yeah. But I think it's just got draw, man. Draw written all over it.
Yeah, I'd like to see Burnley win it, but I reckon it's going to be a draw.
Yeah, me too. But it should be interesting to see what happens. Liverpool Norwich, I don't even think we need to touch on this one too much. I think Liverpool actually going to destroy Norwich.
Definitely.
It would be quite cool to see. I don't know how they start Luis Diaz, but it would be cool to see Luis Diaz play. I think, is Jota injured?
I'm not sure. We have.
Oh yeah.
We've got one of the mascots has joined us.
Hey, let's have a look.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, here he is.
Reggie boy.
Reggie. Have a look here.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So Klopp has ruled Jota out of the game with ankle ligament injury, and they haven't got a complete assessment on the injury yet. But it said apparently it looks like it could go either way. It said it could either be a quick recovery or it could be a long time thing. So, which is not great because Jota has been arguably
Yeah.
aside from Salah, has been their best player this season.
Definitely. I 100% agree there. He's taken a massive step up since moving from Wolves.
Unbelievably impressive what he managed to do with Mane and Salah at AFCON.
Oh yeah.
He managed to take over
Huge.
that team and just put his imprint on the team. Amazing. Now you look at what they got him for 40 million, and you're like, fucking hell, that is a good buy, man. That is a really fucking good buy. But interesting, actually. I want to say, did you see I don't know if you saw on TalkSport. They were doing like the per point, like the money per points.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen
recently. So it's like Klopp has about, I think it's 660 grand per point he spent. Oh no, sorry, Pep, sorry, 660 grand per point. Klopp has got 240 some grand per point, I believe. Man United, 1.5 million per point.
Bloody hell.
Right now on their spend. I can't remember when that's from, but yeah, that's fucking crazy, isn't it?
That's nuts.
It's great. All to win absolutely fuck all.
Yeah.
They've done that, but yeah, you got to love a dig at Man United. Got to love a dig at Man United. But yeah, I think I just don't see how Norwich get any sort of result from this game, man. Like, surely it's Liverpool's for the win. But then Liverpool, man, if they win this and they win their game in hand over City, they are
6 points off, isn't it?
6 points off of them.
Yeah.
Which I don't think that they'll catch them. I really can't see them catching City.
No.
I still think it's City's title, basically City's title now. But, mate, are they really there? They really are there. And I do kind of fancy. I fancy City for the Champions League. I know people say it every season, but it feels a bit different this year. I don't know why, but it feels different.
Yeah.
They are steamrolling.
Yeah, that's the thing. But then there's sort of Chelsea. They aren't looking too great for the Premier League this season anymore, but obviously they absolutely smashed the fucking Champions League last season, so you can sort of never really count them out. But yeah, it does feel. I do agree with you. It does feel a little bit different for City, and I would kind of like to see Pep win the Champions League with City. That's what he was sent there to do, and he's not been able to do it yet. So I kind of would like to see him do it before he ends up leaving at the end of next season. But yeah, I'd like to see him do it.
Do you think Pep could ever be considered the best Premier League manager ever? It's so hard to look past Sir Alex Ferguson.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I was thinking. Sir Alex, you can't. He would have to stay at City for a lot longer, and do a lot more with them, just because of it's going to take a lot to beat Sir Alex.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's got 13 Premier League titles.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 2 best coach of the world. He's got 13 Premier Leagues, 2 Champions League, 5 FA Cups, 4 English League Cups. 10 English Super Cups. What the fuck's the the Community Shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, he won 92, 93, 93, 94, 95, 96, 96, 97, 98, 99, 99, 2000, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 06, 07, 07, 08, 08, 09, 10, 11, and then 12, 13. That's fucking crazy, man. How many?
It's been nearly 10 years since Sir Alex left.
Yep.
That's crazy. It doesn't feel like it's been that long.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, he's got 3 Premier Leagues. Pep. He's got 3 Premier Leagues, 1 FA Cup, 4 Carabao Cups.
Yeah. So the last 4 in a row, I think.
Yeah, he's won 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 20, 21.
Yeah, but they're not in it this season. They're out.
No, they're not. They're not. They're out. Yeah. Yeah, they won the 18-19 FA Cup.
If they sacrifice this year's Carabao Cup to win the Champions League, I think they'd do it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 2 Champions Leagues to his name, but he hasn't won the Champions League since 10-11.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. What did he win with Bayern? Just obviously the German 3-time German Cup. 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, obviously. And then the German Cup winners. Fair fucking play to Pep. I just don't know, like, he's got to get to you can't just look like 13 Premier League titles. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't think it. Yeah, I think maybe as an actual tactical manager and the style of play, it's much better than Sir Alex.
Yeah, obviously
But
football's
then-
changed so much, and the style
Yeah.
of play is very different to how it used to be.
But then I just don't see. Yeah, I don't know. You can't. Yeah, that it would. Yeah. Unless
Maybe if
Pep
you
stays
give
for another
Pep-
10 years.
That's what I mean. Maybe if you give Pep the same amount of time that Sir Alex had at United, then maybe you can have that
He's winning
conversation.
more Premier League. I do genuinely think if they have the same, if you give them the same amount of time with Pep at this Man City team, I don't see how he doesn't win more Premier League titles.
Yeah, definitely. It feels a lot. It feels pretty much as equally one-sided as it was when United were obviously dominating as well.
Yeah, you guys sort of got in the mix a little bit,
Same with Liverpool.
like
now.
Liverpool have,
Yeah,
and then Chelsea obviously had their little run of a couple league titles,
yeah,
like Leicester and people like that randomly getting involved. But then Chelsea have got involved even with the City one as well, to be fair. So, but yeah, it is interesting, man. I don't know. It'd be interesting debate where you put, and maybe we should do a manager, like a Premier League history manager tier list, and like bring forth our like top 5 to 10 each, and we can discuss who's got who where. I think number one's wrapped up with fucking Sir Alex,
with
obviously.
Arsene Wenger. Yeah.
It would be interesting. Actually, that's
Yeah.
a really interesting one. Where do you put like the likes of Wenger, Klopp, and like Guardiola? And Mourinho and people like that? Where do you put them in? Like,
Yeah.
what order do you put them in? That's quite an...
Unai Emery top.
Oh,
On a Frank
Christ.
de Boer top.
Oh, fuck. I actually I think I can make. I reckon I can make a good a good argument that Roy Hodgson should be in the top 10 Premier League managers of all time. If you give me like a little time to do some research, I reckon I can make a fucking strong argument, especially with the teams that he's managed.
Yeah, I was going to say just to him as a manager in general, or him managing just Palace.
Oh no, like manager in general. Like,
Yeah.
I think there's like he took Fulham to the Europa League final.
Yeah.
And he's done.
Big
I
stuff.
mean, maybe not the Liverpool days, but I think anything outside that you can look and argue like he's definitely potentially a top 10 manager of all time. But I'd have to do more research before I go and throw those claims out. But yeah, Southampton Everton, my man. What do you reckon? I reckon Southampton have got this on. They're on shit top form right now.
Yeah, Broja is doing bits right now for them.
And sneaky Adams as well. He's been
Yeah.
sneaking up with a couple of goals here and there recently. So I was like, okay, brought him in for the Fantasy League this week. So hopefully he can actually do something.
Yeah, I think Southampton have got a good chance. I think Everton have maybe done. Who did they play? Oh yeah, they beat Leeds 3-0. So obviously they had a bit of a resurgence last week. Who knows? Obviously with the introduction of Dele Alli and Donny van der Beek, who actually had a really good game the other day.
Then they did lose to fucking Newcastle 3-1.
Yeah. Well, they lost to
Unbelievable.
Newcastle 3-1, but then they battered Leeds 3-0.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. It's quite hard to tell at the moment. I think maybe you can potentially forgive the Newcastle game just because of obviously new manager, a couple of new players in. Maybe they're obviously still getting to grips with things. As soon as they've had another week together, obviously they beat Leeds 3-0. So maybe they might be looking a little bit stronger. But I still think at the moment Southampton are in better form and they're going to be a hard one to beat. I think it'll be a good game, to be fair.
100%. Yeah, 100%. I got distracted. Sorry, I was just looking at the picking team for the Fantasy League next week. I'm fucked for goalkeeper.
Oh really?
Both my goalkeepers aren't playing, and I can't get rid of either of them because I've got Alisson and Ramsdale, and they'll get swept up straight away. I can't get rid of it, so I've got no goalkeepers playing next week.
Let me have a look at mine. Pick team next week. I've got both my goalkeepers playing, but oh god, I've got a lot of outfield players that aren't playing. Van Dijk, Ben White, Thiago Silva, Saka, and Lukaku all out.
Jesus.
And
yeah, I've got no goalkeeper, and I can't get rid of either of them because someone will snap them up.
Yeah, I've got Edison and De Gea, so I should be all right. But they're both playing. But
Okay,
yeah,
well, no goalkeeper starting for me.
and Jorginho isn't playing, and then my two bench players, Grealish and Cavani, are both injured. So at the moment, I can only field a team of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a team of 6 playing next week.
Sweet, that's what we like.
Who am I playing next week? Who's going to have an easy dub against me? Mark. That's all right. Mark's bottom of the league. So it's all right. I don't mind losing to Mark.
Yeah, fucking hell. Oh, that's good. At least I'm looking here. He's not going to have... George won't have Mendy, Matip, Smith Rowe, Lacazette, Luis Diaz. I think that's it. So that's actually not too bad. I've got no goalkeeper. Okay, Southampton. Yeah, I agree. I do think Southampton will win this. I think Everton have been better for sure, but I don't know, man. There's something about this nitty-gritty Southampton side. There was something interesting that Bard's put, obviously. It was like up to, what was it, 60 to
70 minutes.
60, 70 minutes, yeah. They've obviously had most of their injuries.
Yeah,
And,
one player's gone down. One player's gone down claiming cramp or something, and then the players have gone over to rehydrate and get some water and stuff like that.
Where is this message? If I scroll, I may well have scrolled past it. Oh yeah, I'm onto the Kurt Zuma chat that we had.
Bloody hell! Yeah, it was before that.
Where was it?
It's on the
Was it on the Instagram?
Yeah, it was on the Instagram one. See if I can find it.
Yeah, have a look, because I'm being el stupido. This is great for podcasting. Sorry, guys, we are just looking at... Oh, here it is. Yeah, sorry. In 14 of Southampton's 24 Premier League games this season, a Saints player has gone down injured between the 60th and 70th minute, and their teammates then go and consume an energy drink or gel. Is this a coincidence or a plan? It's quite an interesting little thing, because obviously, you know, if that is the case that they are knackered and getting injured, that's got to be something. Maybe they're training too much, or
not enough. If they're unfit,
yeah,
then
which is definitely potential. Which is a bit.
Or is it just a tactical masterclass by Hasenhüttl?
Who knows, man? Just knackering out his boys.
Yeah.
But I don't know. For me, I think at home, I think at St Mary's, I think Southampton get the win here.
Yeah.
I still think that Everton defence is sorry as hell. Definitely. And with the attack, like James Ward-Prowse probably score a free kick.
Yeah.
Hopefully Shea Adams can get a goal. But yeah, who knows? I think Southampton will beat Everton this weekend and move. Where will they move to? They'll move. Yeah, and to stay in the top 10, I think there's no reason why that can't happen. Villa Watford again, I just don't. Watford is so fucking bad. I don't understand. I don't see Villa having any sort of problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They nearly bottom Watford as well. They're only 1 point ahead of Burnley.
Yeah, I think I do think
and they've played two more games than Burnley.
Yeah, I do think the bottom three right now is the bottom three that's going to see to the end of the season.
Same.
As much as I hate it for Burnley to go down, I think it is their time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I just think they've been so far off the pace. I don't see Norwich don't have the class. I'd love it if Newcastle went down. I'd love it if Everton went down, but they just have so much more about them than Norwich and Watford. And Burnley.
Ideally, I'd like to see Everton, Newcastle, Watford go down.
I mean, I mean, in a fantastic, bright world, it would be Newcastle, Everton, and Leeds that got relegated. That'd be hilarious. Or obviously Brighton.
Brighton, Tottenham.
No chance. Brighton, Tottenham, and
anyone else.
United.
Yeah.
United. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think Villa are onto one here. I don't see how they. I mean, they did slip up obviously in their last game. Where am I looking?
Newcastle.
Yeah, they did slip up in their last game against Newcastle.
1-0,
but yeah, but then again, like if it wasn't for a free kick, they wouldn't have lost. Do you know what I mean? And it's always tough when it's a free kick that wins a game. Do you know what I mean? Because it doesn't necessarily. It doesn't say the true story of the game. It's a free kick when you've got a free kick specialist like Trippier. It doesn't tell the story of the game.
Yeah, free kicks and set pieces are kind of hard to take when they're the deciding factor of a game.
Oh, I just got my mum has never ever come to see me at work, and she's gone to see Georgia. She's gone into work to see Georgia and talk to her. That's nice, isn't it?
Oh goodness.
There we go. Love that.
Yeah. See how it is. Cheers, Joe.
Villa. Yeah, innit? Love that. Yeah, Villa will beat Watford. Right, big game. Palace Chelsea. This is a tough one. There's something in me, but I have it every week with Palace. There's something in me that thinks we're going to win here. But it was also Chelsea. But it is at Selhurst Park. I just don't know, man. I just don't know.
Yeah.
Pulisic will probably score. His season starts now. always starts with. It's like Mane for Liverpool. His season starts now. Whenever he plays Palace, he scores. Yeah. But I don't know. I just think there's obviously Gallagher's not playing, so and Vieira said he's going to switch up formations and stuff. We got Chiarte and James McArthur back, which is huge.
Yeah.
I think they'll slip straight away. I really hope they play like a 4-2-3-1 rather than a straight out 4-3-3. And I would like to see obviously Gaeta obviously in goal, and then anyone, I don't care, even if it just take a punt on a kid at the moment, because Joel Ward has just got no legs in him anymore. Obviously Anderson Gay and Tyrick, and then I'd love to see MacArthur and Chiarte as the defensive mids, and just stick Eze in that 10 role, let him do his thing, and then have Will Olise and maybe Mateta. I love Edouard, but I think Mateta with the big centre backs that Chelsea have got, I think sticking Mateta in there would probably be better for now.
Yeah, he might just have a little bit more to what's the word? It just might be able to obstruct them a bit more.
Yeah, exactly. And fucking Vieira loves him.
Yeah.
Vieira really loves Mateta at the moment, and so yeah, you never know, man. But Chelsea, I don't know. You never know how Chelsea are going to line up, man. They keep switching it up so much, and you never know what they're gonna bring to the table. Like,
yeah, I'm hoping for.
They obviously just won the Club World Cup, but I just really hope that we get a fucking result against Chelsea, man. Anything.
I'm hoping really for a Jorginho penalty, just because I've bought him into my fantasy team this week.
Oh, okay. I've got Zaha and Mateta in my fantasy league, so I'm really hoping that those two can do something. Yeah, who have we got afterwards? We got Chelsea and then Watford. That Watford game is huge against
You got Watford this Wednesday.
And Burnley. Yeah, we got Watford this Wednesday. Then we got Burnley next weekend.
Yeah.
And then we got Wolves away. I completely forgot. But at the beginning, early in the season, we beat Wolves 2-0.
Yeah.
I forgot that game ever happened. It was Gallagher and Zaha scored. I completely forgot that game ever happened.
Yeah. We're playing Wolves again on Thursday.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you are. Oh.
Yeah, it's one of our games in hand.
That'll be a good game.
Yeah, obviously from the 1-0 win the other day. Who knows if just over a week later, nearly 2 weeks later, see how they do.
I'm really enjoying Wolves at the moment. I really do hope that they can maybe. It's tough because I want Arsenal to get in there. I want West Ham to get in there, but I also want Wolves to get in there. So there's like 3 teams right now I want to get into the top 4/5th position. Yeah, no, it's a tough one. Maybe I can have it work all my way. Are West Ham still in Europa League? They are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
West Ham win the Europa League.
Arsenal 4th, Wolves 5th, West Ham win the Champions League. Win the Europa League. I'll take that.
So all three get
Palace win the FA Cup.
Oh, there we go, mate.
Palace in European football, boy.
But doesn't that take it away from 5th place?
No, I don't think so.
I thought it does. If it's not the same, if the FA Cup winner isn't already in the top 4, then they get obviously Europa League, and that means 5th place doesn't get it. I think. I'm not sure.
I don't know. But I'd rather Palace win anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it would be great. Oh god, I want the FA Cup so badly. But yeah, what do you reckon with the Palace Chelsea game? I'd like to hear an outsider's view on this one.
Yeah, it could. You guys could get some sort of result out of it. You never know with Palace. Obviously, occasionally you are a giant killer. Obviously, you've done it with City before, so who knows? You could do it. But
we beat Tottenham earlier this season. We beat City this season. We beat United last season.
Yeah, it is tough with Chelsea because one day they'll turn up and they'll absolutely batter someone 4-0, and the next weekend they'll turn up and they'll draw 1-1 against Burnley. So
yeah,
it really just depends on what Chelsea turns up, I think.
Yeah, it's tough. I haven't bet on any games this weekend, so we just watch a good weekend of games happen.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping we can get something out of this, man. I really do. I just don't know what the likelihood of us. I don't know, man. I could just. Something in me feels like something could happen. The fact, if Chiarte and MacArthur hadn't been back right now, I'd be like, no fucking chance.
Yeah.
That midfield's getting dominated. But with them two back, that physicality, and they're like on it all the way they control the midfield for us, I just feel like. Obviously, they're not. I'm not saying they're as good as like Jorginho and Kovacic.
Yeah.
But man, stick MacArthur on either of them two. He's getting work on them physically.
Yeah, definitely.
And Chiarte,
a lot more physical.
They're putting work on them. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, it'd be interesting. Will Hughes actually, he picked up an injury in the Brentford game, but apparently he's fine. So that's good to hear as well. Hopefully he can sort of do something today.
Gallagher
should be interesting.
Yeah, I was going to say he's not injured, is he? He's just because obviously he's Chelsea.
Yeah, Gallagher's just because it's his parent club. But I don't know if you saw. Let me have a look. Tuchel did talk a bit more on a man like Gallagher. So where is it? Thomas Tuchel and Conor Gallagher, future with Chelsea. We won't decide now. He needs to finish his season with Palace in the best possible way. We will see what he wants and what we want, and then decide. I'm happy that he is our player for now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. His tune has changed since the beginning of the season. And
I think it's just a bit more of a conservative response, really. Just sort of not trying to give anything away.
And I just don't know how he fits into that Chelsea team without giving him Mason Mount's position. And they're just not going to do that.
No.
I don't know. And then obviously, like the whole Newcastle are looking to offer something between 45 and 50 million for Eze. Eze's already stated that he's happy at Palace and doesn't want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Which is nice. And I do not think he's the type of guy that will go for money. I just don't.
No, he doesn't seem like that sort of guy.
No, he's a nice young kid, man. South London kid. So I'm hoping that he can. I would love to see him stay. But the thing is, if you get offered 50 million for Eze, how? And you turn that down?
That's the thing. It's whether Eze wants to go there or not is a very different question to whether Palace will accept 50 million for him. Because
this summer that's just gone is an anomaly. We don't have 60 to 80 million pounds to spend every summer. We just don't, unless we sell players.
Yeah.
And it is like if you sell Eze for 50 million and it gives you Conor Gallagher permanently.
Yeah.
It's a tough one, isn't it? It's
tough.
do you know?
That's a proper tough one.
Yeah, it's hard, man. Because I love Eze so much, and I think he's got such good potential. He was fucking fantastic before that injury, but that injury is so hard to come back from, the Achilles injury.
Yeah.
And he's looked decent when he's been playing, but he's just obviously not near back to where he was. And it's like if you can get 50 million for a player that's coming off an injury, and it does get you someone like Gallagher, who has been our guy this year, on a permanent basis. Like if we got 50 million for Eze, I'd go to Chelsea and give him 50 million for Gallagher.
Yeah.
100%. And I don't see how, if you offer 50 million to Chelsea for Gallagher, I don't see how they turn that down.
Yeah, definitely. At the moment, I think where they don't really have a use for him, they'd be silly to turn it down. It's just 50 million for the player.
That is maybe half the money they need for Rice.
Yeah. If it's for someone that they really haven't actually got any future plans for, or they're very unsure of, then it's stupid for them not to take it, really.
Yeah, I could just see it happening, man. I'd love that. I'd love to get Gallagher permanently, man. I really would. But yeah, we'll see. I'll obviously back the boys. I reckon we'll get all 3 points today. All 3 points.
Nice.
City Tottenham, we've already said City are going to run riot. Obviously, Raheem Sterling picking up a hat-trick. His first hat-trick in a while in the Premier League against Norwich. It was a good hat-trick as well. Looking like a great player. He's been, he's had a fucking stellar season since that Euros. He might be the only England player apart from Rice that has not had like a sort of flux or like a downwards sort of turn of the to start this season. He's been fantastic.
Yeah, I can't even argue with that. I can't think of anyone.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else that's been like good since.
Calvin Phillips hasn't been great this season.
No.
Maguire's been a bit terrible. Stones, maybe?
Stones, but he hasn't played. But when he has played, he's been decent.
That's
but
the thing.
It's
tough for Stones because he's up against Diaz and Laporte.
I guess you say Reece James, but then did he play that much? He didn't really play that much in the Euros, did he?
No, I don't think he played that much. No. Carl Walker.
Oh yeah, Carl Walker's had a pretty good season.
The City players.
The City players. Yeah.
The City players haven't done too badly.
I suppose he's had a pretty good season. Grealish has not been used. He's had a change. I don't know. The Grealish thing's difficult to sort of assess right now. Because on the face value of stats and stuff like that, he's not had a great season. But when you the eye test and what the new role he's had to play at City, he's done pretty all right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's tough, but. See, I haven't seen a lot of Jude Bellingham either, really. I haven't watched a lot of Bundesliga this year. I've been more invested in the Serie A outside of the Premier League, which has been really good. I recommend, if you can find a Serie A game to watch, I recommend, man. The title race is crazy. It's like AC Milan, Inter, and Napoli are all within a point of each other.
Ooh, nice.
Going into the run-in, so yeah, it should be pretty interesting. All right, Leeds Man United. This could go either fucking way. Both of these teams are either, doing pretty okay or terribly.
Yeah, one extreme or
A
the
big
other.
derby. Man United Leeds, bit of a derby as well.
It is, very much so.
So yeah, it should
The
be interesting
Haaland
to see
derby.
the Haaland derby. Yeah. I don't know. I think United will win this one.
Yeah.
I do. I see them winning. Like, I don't think they'll keep a clean sheet, but I think they'll win this.
Yeah, I think they will. Obviously, Leeds are coming off a 3-0 battering. United have just beaten Brighton 2-0, so maybe Ronaldo keeps some of this form going. Bruno gets another penalty or whatever. Who knows? Yeah, I think United will probably win this. But like you say, yeah, Leeds will definitely get some sort of goal, I think.
Just every team under Palace wants to lose consistently. Lose. Keeps us. I don't think we're going to get relegated at all, but it just keeps us in the keeps us out of that position. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. For sure.
But yes, Wolves Leicester. I've already said I think Wolves will get the win here. I think it'll be a tight one, but I do think Wolves will narrowly edge a win. I just think they've got more about them. They're a bit. But I fancy Bruno Lage over Brendan Rodgers right now.
Yeah, I agree.
And yeah, that Wolves defense is just a bit of a hard nut to crack right now, man. And I gotta go back. They just embarrassed Tottenham. It was awful being there. Like, well, it was great being there. I haven't seen football live in such a long time. It was so great to be a live football game. But man, was it bad? I have to say, Wolves fan as well. Stealing Palace's "We Love You" chant.
Oh,
They were
really?
singing that. They were singing that a lot of the game. I was like, okay, I see you, Wolves. Obviously, imitation is the what is it?
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
That's it. Yeah, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So we'll take it, man. We'll take it. But yeah, embarrassing. All right, we got 3 more games just to really cover quickly. Obviously, the additional sort of added-on games for the rest for the midweek one, which is Burnley Tottenham. I do think Tottenham are in a bounce back spot.
Yeah, definitely. They've got a good opportunity to bounce back.
Burnley is some sort of result here, just for the
4-0.
banter.
Go on.
Just for the banter, but I think Tottenham will win this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Burnley will score though, because Tottenham's defense is just horrific. Davis Sanchez might be one of the worst I've ever seen play live.
Yeah.
He was awful. And then I don't know though. But Tottenham going forward, you've got to think Son or Kane can do something in this game.
Yeah, Kane looked like he was on some sort of a resurgence. He finally got some goals going, and now he's done nothing since. So
yeah, he's done absolutely nothing since. And he was bad against. He was the only one really putting in the effort against Wolves. And it was even things like just fucking putting pressuring, like players like Lucas Moura and Harry Winks and that just weren't pressing at all.
you don't really expect that from Harry Winks, do you? He's just
it was just embarrassing though. The effort put in by these players was it was embarrassing.
yeah.
Like being there, watching it, I don't know if it's something of being on TV and being there in person, the difference. But you just notice so much more stuff, I think, when you're there.
Yeah.
And it's like, it was awful. They were just, there was just no pressing from these forward players. Like even Son, man, he just barely pressed on anyone. Harry Kane was putting him a shift. But then there's only so much he can do on his own. Especially when he's trying to create and then get forward to score goals as well. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, it wasn't great, man. It wasn't great. But Watford Palace, I think Palace. I do think we will win this. Is an upset spot with Roy Hodgson being the fucking Watford manager. But then I just don't know, man.
Watford got a good chance to
Watford
beat
is
them.
so bad. Hopefully we can get a win.
Yeah, I think you got a good chance of beating them.
Yeah, for sure. That's the game we need to win. 100%. We need 3 points. And then Liverpool Leeds. Liverpool win here for me.
I don't really see.
Liverpool
Leeds
could put
winning.
out a weakened side, and I still think they'll fucking win this game.
Definitely.
And it's at Anfield. So yeah, I don't know, man. I do think this is lined up for a nice little weekend of football. To be honest, weekend to a week of football.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my game of the week though is going to be Southampton Everton.
I was literally just thinking the same thing. Looking at that,
yeah, Southampton Everton. But that's it really from us, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
We're out of here. We're out of here. But unless there's anything else you'd like to add on
On the Arsenal.
the Arsenal. Yeah, no, on the Palace. But I do think you guys could definitely get some sort of better result here.
Yeah.
I think you got to beat Brentford, man. You got to beat Brentford.
I'd like to think so.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows what happened? It is football. It is a crazy time. You cannot predict anything.
It is Arsenal, so who knows?
That is also true. That is also true. It is Arsenal.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it, man. That's it. I'd like to say thank you to everyone for watching. Thank you, Ollie, for joining me on this Saturday, well, afternoon now, but Saturday morning.
That's all right, mate.
Thank you. And yeah, looking forward to the football this weekend, and we'll be back midweek next week, I'm sure. Might be a Thursday ting next weekend, to be fair, but that's all right. That doesn't bother us, does it?
No, normally is a Thursday, so.
Yep, little Thursday thing, I think, again. Hopefully we'll have a couple more people in. Hopefully we'll have someone like Bardell in, maybe. Harry, I know his work rota's changed, so he might not be available. But that's all right, it'll be the three of us, or the two of us again. I was thinking, actually, if it's the two of us, when we know it's the two of us, we should try and get together for it.
Yeah, I was thinking that the other day as well.
We should try and get together for it. I don't know how we'll make it work, but we will make it work.
Yeah.
We'll have to figure something out with cameras and shit like that. Yeah, should be all good. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and yeah, like I said, thanks Ollie for being here. We'll be back next week. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow, hit notification bell. You know where we're at: YouTube, Twitch, Spotify, Apple Music, Facebook, Instagram, all that goodness. Have I missed anything off there?
Don't know,
I think I've got them all. All above us as well on Twitch. Just check it out, man. Check it out. But yeah, at Footy Fetish Pod, make sure to follow us everywhere, man. And yeah, we will see you guys next week. Laters.
Bye.